Hi everybody, it's Christopher and welcome to Life's Not Over, It Just Looks Different on YouTube. If you've been watching some of my videos before, you know that I'm a very big fan of the iPhone, and especially if you've seen my video on how I navigate my phone as a person with sight loss or the apps that I use as a person with sight loss on my phone, you know that I'm a very big fan of the Voiceover feature that's built in and all of the things that it can do for me. It allows me to do texts, phone, emails, surf the net, do my banking, do all of those things. It even reads books to me, if you don't mind the computerized voice doing the reading. And I've been doing this now for about 10 years, really enjoying this technology and the freedom that it has allowed me, and also the ability to be just like my friends, doing all of those things, doing them a little differently on my phone, but still getting things done and able to communicate just like everybody else does using their phones. Over the 10 years that I've been using it though, there are a few things that I've noticed, and any other users of the phone who use VoiceOver have probably noticed some of these same things. First, there's mispronounced words, and I'll give you a couple of examples. In one province over from where I live, I'm in Alberta, Canada, and one province over is Saskatchewan. And the capital city of Saskatchewan is Regina, and it's called Regina by pretty much anybody in Canada. But the phone pronounces it as Regina. Minor mispronunciation difference or pronunciation difference. Another example is my hometown in Northwest Ontario called Atikokan. My phone pronounces it as Atikokan. So you see what I mean. Recently, I've noticed that there are certain words that if the phone thinks that the word has been shortened, it tries to say the full word. So it's trying to be helpful. And I'll give you a couple of examples there. I was writing a post recently about Terry Fox and how he had run across the country, or made it partway across the country before his run unfortunately ended in Thunder Bay, Ontario. And I mentioned that it was a great feat, F-E-A-T. But my phone said, featuring. Not exactly the same thing. And then I recently have been doing some French language learning using the Duolingo app. And one of the things that I've noticed is when the VoiceOver is reading some of the French words, in French, the word est is. That is the word. But my phone, anytime it sees est and goes to read it out to me, it reads it as amusant. Again, way off base, completely out of context, and a little confusing the first time I heard it, and I was like, oh, okay, that's what it was trying to tell me. A couple other ones that I've noticed over the years too. I've posted a few times on my Facebook, and if you've seen my video on my hydrocephalus journey, you know that I've spent a few times in hospital. And when I've posted about it or written about it, I've talked about how they put an IV in my arm. But the interesting thing about VoiceOver is if you capitalize IV, it reads it as IV. But if you don't capitalize it, which you should anyway, but if you don't, it reads it out as a Roman numeral 4. I was put on 4 fluids. So you can try that one out too. And I've also noticed this recently. I was on a Facebook group for other people with sight loss, and it kept saying the word 6. And I thought, what is going on? And then I took a deeper look with my magnifier and looked at the screen and realized that, oh, people were using a bit of brevity in their posts, and they were typing VI for vision impaired, but the phone read it as 6 because VI is a Roman numeral. And that brings me to my new favorite one that I've just noticed this happening, and I thought, when I first heard it, I thought, why on earth would they have done that? But then I realized that, oh, okay, it's actually not something the people did wrong, it's the VoiceOver reading it, trying to be helpful, still getting it wrong, and that is CVI, Cortical Visual Impairment. If you type in CVI, the phone says 106, which is just completely confusing the first time I heard that. And now everything that I've ever posted, all of my other videos, when it reads out the titles to me, it keeps reading CVI as 106, which is really odd. But it's just one of those things that makes me kind of chuckle and laugh. It's a little confusing when you first hear it and you're like, wow, what does that mean? Why did they put that? And then you look at it with a magnifier or something like that and realize, oh, okay, that's what they actually wrote. And so that's what's happening here. That is just something I wanted to share about my experience with the iPhone. Don't forget, I do love the technology and what VoiceOver has been able to do. I have to snicker at some of these little idiosyncrasies that it does on its own. I want to thank you very much for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please click like down below. And to those of you who have clicked like or have subscribed to the channel, thank you so much for doing so. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful day.